Hiya, I'm Email. I normally don't make videos like this, at all, so sorry if this is super unorganized and stuff. So let's say it's like 2017 to 2019, and you just found out about Yandere Simulator. You really want to try playing that game. But fortunately you don't have a computer to play it on, so you instantly resort to the closest thing: knockoffs. I played a lot of cheap Yandere Simulator looking games when I was little. Like a lot of them, I honestly downloaded every one I could find, every single one. I was addicted to them, and also trying to find a complete replica of Yandere Simulator, which I never found. In fact, I still play the iconic Schoolgirls Simulator sometimes, not normally. I swear it's only occasionally, I swear. I was playing it last week, because I was bored and had the sudden memory out of nowhere of all of these other stupid Unity games I played and thought, why were some of these so weird? There was this specific one that I found super weird, which,
though its name is in the title, you know what it is.
It was Angel Simulator, which may seem confusing because I'm talking about Yandere Simulator knockoffs. Those normally had like school in their name, and yeah, this game was barely related to school. I'd still pair it up with those games though, mainly because I accidentally found it while looking for them. I searched Yandere Simulator on the App Store and Angel Simulator popped up, and I made the biggest mistake of my life, which was downloading it. Okay, and to clarify, this isn't like a spooky Lost Media Found video. This is just me sharing my experiences with this mobile game I played a few years ago that's conveniently unheard of. In fact, I'd prefer it if this game stays unheard of, because it was kind of bad and no, you can't download it anymore, thankfully. You know, I originally wasn't going to make this video. I'd rather be clickbaiting annoying gadget kids, and I kind of assumed that there wouldn't be any proof that this app even existed, because 1, there was no reviews when I first downloaded it, and 2, it's not even on the App Store anymore. But to my surprise, I did find a few screenshots from some Tumblr user. Their account will be linked in the description. Finding that made me realize, damn, more people need to hear about this game, which is why I'm here. I'm forcing everyone to learn about the worst game ever made. Yay. I know these screenshots don't show everything that was in this game. Most of them were just the weirdest endings they discovered, which we'll get to that, and stuff. So we're kind of just going to have to work with what we have, which is me and those endings. I hate how fake this entire story sounds, but I really want to ramble about this dumbass app, so let's go. One of the most memorable things about this game was how open and free it was. There was so much options and stuff you could do, which was pretty fun. However, the game had shit coding and was very buggy. This pissed me off a lot when I played it. I remember trying to kill every NPC I saw, but it'd always crash after killing at least 5, and it never saved my progress after it crashed, which sucked a lot, especially because the game was supposed to auto-save. Also, the blood completely broke the character model. It would completely shapeshift into a distorted mess, and the blood itself kept changing color for some reason. Usually it'd turn black. The big turned you into Bendy and the Ink Machine. I know nothing about game design and stuff, but I still can't comprehend how it's even possible to fuck up this badly. Oh yeah, speaking of the NPCs in this game, they were all placeholder characters. There wasn't a single one with an actual design or anything. They were all black silhouettes. I'm sure they were planning on adding actual designs and stuff, because a lot of them did have actual personalities and names, and I'm not sure why, but I'd remember one of their names being fucking Captain Blue Cool. That's such an awesome name. I miss you, Captain Blue Cool. Anyways, this makes it so the only character who wasn't a silhouette was the character you played as. I cannot remember his name for some reason. His name isn't anything like Captain Blue Cool, so I am not going to remember it. His design was memorable, unlike his name. Somehow the archive account found concept art of him. I'm not sure where they found this, but here it is. Seriously though, I have no idea how they obtained this. It's cool to know that there's actual concept art for this game though. I'm going to talk about the game story now. Note, I remember it very briefly. I wanted to skip the story parts of this game because I wanted to do my own thing, but it doesn't let you, so I didn't read everything and I'm probably going to get a lot of it wrong. Okay, so, you play as an angel, obviously. To be more specific, a seraphim. This Seraphim wants to experience Earth or something, so it transforms into a human, yay, and now you have to play as this thing and allow it to truly experience the world. Dude, I remember freaking out when I saw this intro. It made me think, oh no, is this a peaceful game? New PLS, I want to kill everyone, but then when it actually let me do something, I got ran over. Immediate game over. I was terrified and also kind of annoyed, but little did I know that getting ran over would change this entire experience. You see, once you die you're able to restart, of course, but that also allows access to a new feature. I'm going to call it the awareness bar. It's what it sounds like. You remember how you died and the game pretty much goes, haha, probably shouldn't do that again. Also, you can give yourself a fucking lobotomy. I'm not joking, apparently there was a lobotomy button. It reduces your awareness. According to the archive account, it existed to make some endings easier to get. Not sure how that works, but I also didn't even know about any of this stuff, to be fair. Also, the game had a bug where you can reduce your awareness under 0. Instead of fixing that, they added an ending where the lobotomy kills you. I wanted to bring that up because I think that's funny. Anyways, the awareness feature was a super cool and honestly really unique concept. Not only did it remind you how you totally fucked up last time, but it also gives you more options on things to do and things to say to scary shadow-looking NPCs. An example on how that works would be, if you have 0 awareness, you can only ask an NPC questions, but if you have let's say some awareness, you can ask it to help you with something, or you can introduce yourself and befriend it. Oh, and if you have high awareness you can manipulate it. So this game gets weird very quickly, very quickly. I ended up uninstalling it 2 days after downloading it because it made me uncomfortable after a while, let's just say. If only I knew about that damn lobotomy button, because I definitely needed to use that. I'm not even sure where to start when talking about this actually. There was a lot of everything. Remember when I mentioned how much freedom you had? Yeah, you had a lot. Want to flirt with NPCs? Go ahead. Do you want to waste your $5 on soda cans? Sure. Want to stab a man because he's annoying? You can. Do you want to start snorting crack until you start seeing the gates of heaven itself? Okie dokie. All of that is possible, but very laggy most of the time. This game had way too many features that were poorly coded, but yeah, this game had so much going on. It's like a sandbox, but for the protagonist's mental state. Once I played this game for a while, I started to realize what I was really doing and what was really going on. In this game you're supposed to experiment with someone who is learning how the world works, someone who is curious and naive like a child. You're experimenting with him by exposing him to whatever you please just to see what happens. This game has all of these options so you can test things and see what happens. Basically, this character is a punching bag that you're meant to beat up. This character is supposed to be nothing but a test subject. The more you continue, the more fucked up he'd get, pretty much scrambling his brain into an incomprehensible mess. Unless you lobotomize yourself, that fixes you, I guess, but yet you still go back and repeat the cycle of constant hell. In this game you turn an angel into a human or something like that, which is metal as shit, hell yeah. Also, that's kind of just my own interpretation. I'm not sure what the creator of the game's original intentions were, as the entire thing is super mysterious and shit's interpreted as whatever. Who cares anymore? The game is deleted. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I remember from it. But another thing I wanted to bring up were the endings, because there's a lot. For the game to end you'd pretty much have to kill yourself, or someone else does it, or it implies that you died. Otherwise the savior plane and goes on forever. Like what I mentioned before, the Tumblr archive I found posted a bunch of the endings, so I'm going to showcase them and talk about how they make me feel, including the ones I previously mentioned. So let's start with the first one I got, Roadkill. It has words. To me it's just a super fancy way of saying look both ways before crossing the street, but I'm sure it means more than that. I just can't really think of anything else. Next up we have Dove's Town. Is this a fucking group suicide? What did you do to obtain this? Holy shit. I think the let's return together thing means going back to heaven or whatever. I'm not sure though. It'd be easier to analyze if I actually knew how you get this ending. CJD. I just think this one looks cool. It has a weird vibe to it in a good way. Not sure how to obtain this one either. What did you put yourself through that led to you getting literally crucified? Anyways, Seraphim Sabotage. This is one I can analyze, because it's an ending I actually got. I can't remember what I did to trigger it actually, but I do remember some of the stuff that happened once I started going down the route. The game would spawn a bunch of eyes everywhere like those fucking 2020 weird core edits, which would cause a shit ton of lag and bugs by the way, so that was kind of annoying. Because of that the character would be impossible to move and everything was freezing every second. But don't worry, because the game all of a sudden would let the character automatically move around. It does its own thing for way too long, holy shit. Eventually it forces you to jump off a building and then you wake up and all it gives you this mini game, but the game is basically at 1 FPS at this point, so it's impossible to beat. Since you fail you die, giving you this ending. The art for it has a cool bird, but the text is talking about a cat. Not sure what the deal with that is, but whatever. I think the message in this ending is to stop doing stupid stuff. I'm saying this because I did stupid stuff to get this ending, oopsies. Next is Beyond Dear Sweet Mind. Okay, maybe I won't talk about this one, just look at it and figure out what's happening. I was going to bring up the lobotomy one again, but that's also pretty self-explanatory, so we're done. Yes, there's more endings, I just don't really know what to say about them. Also, this video is going on for way longer than I wanted it to be, so I'm stopping now. Bye.